What if reality is not solid, but shimmering? What if every thought you think, every emotion you feel, ripples through an invisible field of energy, shaping not just your mood, but the very world around you? Take a slow breath with me. Inhale and release. That stillness between breaths, that subtle vibration, is where the story of energy healing begins. Chapter 1: The Ancient Roots and Modern Rebirth. Energy healing is as old as humanity. Across continents, sages spoke of a vital force: Qi in China, prana in India, Ka in Egypt, mana in Polynesia. They understood that when this current flows freely, health flourishes. When blocked, suffering appears. Today, science begins to confirm their insight. Each heartbeat radiates electromagnetic waves that can be detected several feet from the body. Each neuron fires electrical signals that generate measurable fields. Together, these form what researchers now call the Biofield, a living energy matrix linking mind and matter. When trauma, stress, or grief distort this field, the body loses harmony. Energy healing restores coherence, much like retuning a musical instrument. I imagine it as light moving through a prism. When unobstructed, it refracts into radiant color. When clouded, it dims. Healing, then, is the art of clearing that prism so life can shine through again. The beauty of this realization is simple yet revolutionary. We are not just matter. We are patterns of energy in motion. Chapter 2: The Science of Energy and Vibrations. Modern physics tells us that every atom is 99.999% empty space, vibrating fields of possibility. At this fundamental level, everything, the stars, your heartbeat, a thought of love, is frequency. High frequencies correspond to vitality, joy, and expansion. Low frequencies correlate with contraction, fatigue, and fear. Your body, then, is a symphony of oscillations. The heart resonates near 1 Hz, orchestrating rhythm through your entire biofield. The brain hums in shifting waves: beta for alertness, alpha for calm, theta for dreamlike creativity. Each cell communicates through faint electric pulses known as cellular resonance. External vibrations influence this orchestra too. A gentle tone at 528 Hz, sometimes called the DNA repair frequency, can reduce stress responses. Natural Earth frequencies near 7.83 Hz, Schumann resonance, ground us, syncing brain waves with the planet itself. Energy healing, in essence, is the deliberate tuning of these vibrations. Whether through sound, breath, light, or intention, we raise coherence, restoring the body to its natural harmonic state. Picture illness not as an enemy, but as a discordant note in the body's song. When harmony returns, the body remembers how to heal itself. Chapter 3: The Chakra System and Energy Flow. To navigate this energetic anatomy, ancient yogic science mapped 7 primary chakras, swirling centers along the spine that distribute life force throughout body and mind. The science behind energy healing. Let's journey through them one by one. Root chakra, Muladhara, base of the spine, the foundation of safety and belonging. When strong, you feel grounded and secure. When blocked, anxiety and instability arise. Grounding exercises, red foods, and mindful connection to the earth restore balance. Sacral chakra, Svadhisthana, below the navel, the seat of emotion, sensuality, and creativity. Flowing water is its element. Movement and play are its medicine. Dance, laughter, and orange hues awaken this center. Solar plexus, Manipura, upper abdomen, the fire of willpower and confidence. When vibrant, you act with clarity and purpose. When weak, self-doubt clouds direction. Empowering thoughts and core-strengthening breath reignite its flame. Heart chakra, Anahata, center of the chest, the bridge between body and spirit. Here love becomes energy, measurable even in the coherence of the heartbeat. Gratitude, compassion, and acts of kindness expand this field into emerald radiance. Throat chakra, Vishuddha, throat area. The voice of truth. Speaking with honesty aligns vibration between thought and expression. Silence, song, and deep hydration keep it clear. Third eye, ajna. Between the eyebrows. The lens of intuition. When open, perception extends beyond logic. Insight arises as inner vision. Meditation and visualization strengthen this frequency. Crown Sahasrara. Top of the head. The gateway to universal consciousness. In stillness, we sense the infinite field connecting all existence. White light meditation or simple awareness of breath can awaken this union. Each chakra aligns with an endocrine gland and a nerve plexus, translating energy into biology. For example, the heart chakra corresponds with the thymus, influencing immunity and emotional resilience. The throat aligns with the thyroid, regulating metabolism and authentic expression. When energy stagnates in one center, the entire system compensates, often producing physical or emotional symptoms. Balancing practices, meditation, breathwork, sound, or color therapy act as energetic acupuncture, restoring flow through this inner circuitry. Integration, energy as the language of life. As I reflect on these 3 chapters, I realize energy healing is not mystical, it's elemental. It is the meeting point of physics and compassion, of vibration and consciousness. The ancients knew it through intuition. Modern science measures it through magnetometers and brain scans. Both point to the same revelation. We are energetic beings in an energetic universe. When we cultivate awareness of this truth, life begins to shift. We notice synchronicity instead of randomness, flow instead of struggle, connection instead of isolation. So, take a breath once more. Feel the pulse beneath your skin, the quiet hum within your chest. That is the rhythm of the universe moving through you. And it is from that rhythm that all healing begins. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a gentle wave of warmth moving through your palms, subtle, radiant, alive. It is not imagination. It is energy, the same life force that animates the cosmos, now flowing through you. In this part, we explore how humans have learned to harness that force, through the hands, through sound, through light itself. Energy healing, when practiced consciously, becomes both a science and an art, the language through which consciousness communicates with the body. Chapter 4, Reiki and the Art of Hands-On Healing. The word Reiki comes from Japanese, rei meaning universal, and ki meaning life force. It is the practice of channeling universal energy through the hands to restore balance in another being's biofield. The foundation of Reiki rests on a powerful truth. Healing energy is not generated by the practitioner, it flows through them, guided by consciousness, intention, and compassion. When I first experienced Reiki, I expected a dramatic sensation. Instead, what I felt was simplicity, warmth, stillness, and an overwhelming sense of peace. It was as if my nervous system had remembered how to breathe again. How Reiki works, the science beneath the stillness. Modern studies using infrared thermography, magnetoencephalography, and gas discharge visualization have begun to reveal measurable shifts during energy healing sessions. Heart rate variability improves, an indicator of relaxation and parasympathetic activation. Brain waves between healer and recipient often synchronize, a phenomenon known as interbrain coherence. The body's electromagnetic field becomes more symmetrical, signaling restored energetic harmony. In Reiki, the practitioner simply acts as a conduit, a bridge between universal energy and the receiver's innate intelligence. The hands rest gently, often over the 7 chakras, allowing ki to flow where it is needed most. Energy follows attention. When we focus awareness on love, gratitude, or healing, we alter the frequency of our entire system. The body responds not only to medicine but to meaning. Chapter 5, Sound and Vibrational Healing. Everything in the universe vibrates. From the spin of electrons to the rhythm of the planets, creation itself is a symphony of frequency. Sound healing is the art of using vibration intentionally to restore harmony to the human energy field. In ancient temples, healers used chanting, drums, and crystal bowls to dissolve energetic blockages. Modern science now validates what those rituals expressed intuitively. Sound waves influence cellular resonance, brain activity, and emotional states. The physics of sound healing. Each cell in your body responds to vibration. When exposed to coherent sound, such as a tuning fork or a singing bowl, the cell membrane resonates, improving energy flow and communication. This is called entrainment, where disordered frequencies align with stable rhythms. Neuroscientists have found that certain tones, like 528 Hz and 432 Hz, promote relaxation and even support DNA repair processes. Binaural beats, two slightly different frequencies played in each ear, synchronize brain hemispheres, guiding the mind into calm states similar to meditation. Imagine lying beneath a soft wave of sound, gongs, crystal bowls, or chimes, and feeling the body melt into spacious awareness. This isn't passive listening. It's energetic realignment. Sound becomes medicine, not through force, but through resonance. The emotional dimension of sound. Emotions are frequencies too. Anger constricts the body's energy field, creating jagged waves. Love expands it into smooth, luminous geometry. When we hum, chant, or sing, we give emotion a channel to move, transforming vibration into flow. In this way, sound is not external. It is a mirror of our own energetic state. When used with intention, it can shift us from anxiety to coherence, from chaos to calm. Chapter 6: Light, Color, and Energy Healing. While sound works through frequency of vibration, light works through frequency of wavelength. Color is not merely visual, it is energetic information, each hue carrying distinct electromagnetic properties that influence the body's cells and chakras. Ancient healers in Egypt practiced chromotherapy, using colored sunlight filtered through crystals to balance energy. In India, each chakra was associated with a color, forming a luminous map of consciousness. Now, biophysics reveals why these traditions endure. Cells emit faint light known as biophotons. These photons are not random. They communicate, regulate DNA activity, and orchestrate healing responses. When coherence in this light field diminishes, disease emerges. Color frequencies and their effects. Red, vitality, grounding, physical energy. Stimulates circulation and activates the root chakra. Orange, creativity and emotional flow. Balances the sacral chakra, releasing guilt or stagnation. Yellow, confidence and clarity. Strengthens the solar plexus, supporting self-esteem. Green, healing and compassion. Resonates with the heart chakra, restoring harmony. Blue, calm communication. Clears the throat chakra and eases inflammation. Indigo, intuition and perception. Awakens the third eye chakra. Violet/white, spiritual connection. Aligns the crown chakra, expanding consciousness. Light therapy today uses similar principles, from LED treatments for skin regeneration to full-spectrum lamps that combat seasonal depression. Even hospitals now study the effects of colored light on sleep, mood, and recovery. Quantum light and consciousness. In quantum physics, light behaves both as wave and particle, a dual nature reflecting consciousness itself. Energy healing through light is, in essence, communication between the mind's intention and the body's photons. When I meditate on light flowing through my chakras, I sense not imagination, but response. The body softens, thoughts quiet, and warmth spreads where focus rests. This is the subtle intelligence of the body responding to coherent energy. Integration, the spectrum of healing. Reiki, sound, and light are not separate paths. They are expressions of one underlying truth. Energy is intelligent, responsive, and self-organizing. When we align with it, healing becomes natural, not as a miracle, but as resonance returning to balance. You might notice after a healing session that your breathing deepens or old emotions surface. These are signs of rebalancing, the energy reorganizing itself into greater coherence. Healing does not mean becoming invulnerable. It means remembering your wholeness, even when life wavers. So pause for a moment. Feel the subtle hum beneath your skin, the quiet rhythm of your breath. This is energy, the unseen current that connects every living thing. And as long as you can feel it, you are never separate from the source of healing itself. Take a slow, deep breath. As the air fills your lungs, imagine invisible waves of energy, electromagnetic, bioelectric, quantum, dancing through your body. Every cell, every atom, hums in conversation with the universe. This part explores the science of those invisible fields, how our consciousness interacts with them, and how awareness itself becomes a healing force. Energy is not only something we have, it is something we are. Chapter 7: Energy Fields and Bioelectric Healing. Every living being emits a measurable energy field. It's not mystical, it's physical. The heart's electromagnetic field can be detected up to 10 feet away. The brain radiates delicate magnetic pulses measurable by squid magnetometers. Even the skin produces faint electric currents as it regenerates. Scientists call this web of energy the human biofield, a dynamic matrix that links the mind, body, and environment. The biofield as the body's information network. Inside this field, information flows faster than chemistry. When you feel calm or joyful, your biofield expands, forming coherent patterns. When you experience fear or anger, it contracts and becomes chaotic. These shifts can be detected long before disease manifests in tissue. Kirlian photography and gas discharge visualization, GDV, technologies capture subtle changes in this light field. In clinical studies, people who practice meditation or Reiki display stronger, more balanced biofields than those who don't. This suggests something profound. Energy imbalances precede illness, and rebalancing them can restore health before symptoms appear. Electric healing, the body's inner current. Our cells are not static, they are tiny batteries. Each cell membrane holds a voltage difference, a bioelectric potential that regulates communication and repair. When tissue is damaged, this voltage collapses. The body responds by sending currents of injury, microelectric signals that guide regeneration. Energy healers may unconsciously amplify or synchronize with these signals. Studies show that during healing intention, practitioners emit low-frequency magnetic fields similar to those used in medical pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, PEMF, devices. This convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science reveals a shared truth. Healing is electrical, magnetic, and conscious all at once. When we restore bioelectric balance, we activate the body's innate repair systems, not by force, but by resonance. Tools of the new energy science. Today's researchers use sensitive instruments like squid magnetometers to detect the body's faint magnetic fields and study their changes under stress or healing. The results are astonishing. After Reiki or acupuncture, the biofield becomes more symmetrical and luminous. Emotional states like love or gratitude produce coherent field patterns, while stress creates fragmentation. In group meditations, collective intention synchronizes participants' heart rhythms. The future may bring wearable biofield scanners, able to measure energetic imbalance before physical illness develops. Imagine a world where health is not reactive but preventive, guided by energy awareness. The more we learn, the more clear it becomes. We are not isolated biological machines. We are networks of light and frequency woven into the larger field of life. Chapter 8: Consciousness and Energy Expansion. What if the mind is not confined to the brain? What if consciousness extends beyond the body, influencing matter, probability, and even space-time itself? This is where energy healing meets the frontier of science, the study of consciousness as a field phenomenon. Quantum physics has shown that particles exist as waves of probability until observed. Observation, consciousness, collapses the wave into form. This means awareness doesn't just perceive reality, it helps create it. Energy healing operates in this very space, where thought becomes vibration and vibration becomes matter. The power of intention. In laboratory experiments, focused intention has been shown to affect plant growth, water crystallization, and even human cell cultures. When healers direct loving focus toward a person, measurable physiological changes occur: reduced stress hormones, improved heart rate coherence, and faster recovery from wounds. The mechanism is subtle yet universal. Consciousness acts as a field resonator. It organizes energy into harmony through focus and emotion. Intention is amplified by emotion. Thought is the direction. Feeling is the fuel. Together, they generate the frequency of transformation. This is why meditation, prayer, and visualization have measurable healing outcomes. They entrain the mind and body to higher states of coherence, expanding awareness beyond the physical self. The more we cultivate stillness, the more we sense that the boundaries of self dissolve. Our awareness begins to stretch, not outward, but inward, until we recognize that what we call energy and what we call consciousness are one and the same. When I sit in meditation and focus on my breath, I can feel the pulse of life not just in my body, but in everything around me, in the hum of the air, the quiet glow of space between sounds. It is as if the universe breathes through me. This state is not imagination. It is alignment. Brain scans of advanced meditators show increased gamma-wave coherence, frequencies linked to unity consciousness and compassion. In this state, the sense of separation fades, replaced by deep peace and unconditional connection. The biofield and the field of consciousness. Recent theories suggest that the biofield is more than a bodily phenomenon. It may be a local expression of the universal energy field, a cosmic web of information that connects all beings. When we heal ourselves, we subtly influence this larger field, sending ripples of coherence outward. This explains why collective meditation reduces violence rates in cities and why compassion seems to radiate tangible calm. The great teachers have always said, "Heal yourself, and you heal the world." Science is now catching up to that wisdom. The role of awareness in healing. Consciousness is not merely a passenger in healing, it is the driver. When we become aware of the energy within us, we shift from victimhood to participation. Healing then ceases to be something that happens to us and becomes something that happens through us. Awareness changes the chemistry of the body. Thoughts of fear release cortisol and adrenaline. Thoughts of gratitude release oxytocin and serotonin. The vibration of love literally rewires the brain and balances the nervous system. To heal, therefore, is to awaken, to remember that you are both the observer and the energy being observed. Integration, the expansion of human potential. Energy fields and consciousness are two faces of the same mystery. When the mind quiets, we can feel that flow moving through everything, the pulse of creation itself. The science of energy healing is not just about health, it's about evolution. It invites us to expand our sense of identity from the personal to the universal. When we understand ourselves as energetic beings, fear begins to dissolve. We no longer see life as random, but as resonant, a reflection of the frequencies we emit. Imagine billions of hearts vibrating in coherence, every thought aligned with compassion, every action guided by awareness. The collective biofield of humanity would shift, altering the energy of the planet itself. That vision begins here, with one breath, one heartbeat, one intention to live consciously. So, take a moment now. Feel the subtle current in your hands, the warmth in your chest, the space behind your eyes. That presence, that quiet awareness, is your connection to the infinite field of energy. It is the essence of healing. It is the song of life remembering itself. Before anything exists in form, it begins as frequency. Every dream, invention, and healing all start as vibrations held in the invisible field of intention. In this final part, we explore how thought becomes matter, how consciousness weaves the tapestry of reality, and how you can align with the universal current to manifest the life that matches your highest frequency. Energy healing, at its deepest level, is not only about restoration, it is about creation. Chapter 9: Energy Manifestation and Reality Creation. If the universe is energy, and energy responds to consciousness, then the mind is the most powerful creative force in existence. This isn't philosophy, it's physics. Quantum mechanics tells us that particles exist as waves of probability until observed. Observation collapses potential into form, meaning awareness literally selects reality from infinite possibilities. The quantum nature of manifestation. Everything you think, feel, and believe sends out energetic instructions to the quantum field. When your thoughts are coherent and emotionally charged, they shape probability like a sculptor shapes clay. The key is coherence. When your mind, emotions, and energy align toward a single intention, the field responds. Random thoughts scatter energy. Focused intention directs it. You've experienced this. When you focus on gratitude, you attract more moments to be grateful for. When you dwell on fear, your world mirrors it back. Energy amplifies the frequencies you emit, not what you want but what you are. The science of intention. Dr. Masaru Emoto's water crystal experiments showed how emotions shape matter. Water exposed to loving thoughts formed intricate, harmonious patterns, while water exposed to hatred produced chaotic shapes. Considering that the human body is about 70% water, this reveals how powerful our inner state truly is. Neuroscience supports this, too. Focused visualization activates the same neural circuits as physical experience. Repeated thought strengthens synaptic connections, turning energy into tangible outcomes. Emotional resonance creates electromagnetic coherence measurable in the heart field. When the heart and mind vibrate in unison, the entire body becomes a transmitter of creation. The formula for manifestation. Manifestation is not magic, it's resonance. It involves 4 interconnected steps. Awareness, recognizing that everything is energy and that your thoughts are vibrations. Alignment, harmonizing emotions and beliefs with the desired outcome. Action, grounding energy into reality through consistent inspired movement. Allowing, releasing resistance and trusting the universal flow. The field responds not to desperation, but to faith, the calm certainty that creation is already underway. In this state, you don't chase energy, you become it. Energy and emotion, the vibrational bridge. Emotion literally means energy in motion. It is the bridge between invisible intention and physical manifestation. High-frequency emotions, love, joy, gratitude, open energy channels and strengthen your biofield. Low-frequency emotions, fear, guilt, shame, contract energy flow, disconnecting you from the universal field. This is why emotional healing is the foundation of all manifestation. You cannot create abundance from scarcity or peace from resistance. When you shift your emotional frequency, the external world reorganizes itself to match your vibration. Reprogramming the subconscious field. Your subconscious mind operates like a quantum receiver, continuously broadcasting energetic signatures that shape your life. To reprogram it, combine visualization, affirmation, and feeling. I am aligned with the frequency of health and harmony. Abundance flows effortlessly through my life. My body radiates vitality and light. These are not empty phrases, they are energetic commands. When felt deeply and repeated consistently, they entrain the nervous system to new vibrational states, transforming thought into field and field into form. Chapter 10: The Science of Energy Flow and Universal Connection. Beyond the individual mind lies the vast web of universal energy, a matrix of interconnectivity that binds galaxies, ecosystems, and consciousness into one living organism. Physicists call it the zero-point field, an infinite sea of potential energy permeating everything. Mystics call it the source, the divine matrix, or simply love. The flow of the universe. In nature, nothing forces. Rivers flow, seasons change, planets orbit, all guided by unseen harmony. This is energy in balance, movement without resistance. Healing occurs when we return to that state. Disease, chaos, and suffering arise when we block the natural current through fear, rigidity, or disconnection. To heal is to flow again, to surrender to the intelligent energy that always seeks equilibrium. The heart as a portal of connection. The heart is more than a pump. It generates the strongest electromagnetic field in the human body, 5,000 times stronger than the brain's. This field radiates emotions into the quantum environment, influencing others subconsciously. When you open your heart through compassion or meditation, your field synchronizes with others, forming a collective coherence. In such moments, separation dissolves, replaced by a sense of unity so profound that words fail. Scientific studies from the HeartMath Institute show that when people enter heart coherence, their brainwaves synchronize with heart rhythms. Their immune function improves. Even nearby individuals' nervous systems begin to harmonize. Your heart, quite literally, is an antenna of universal consciousness. Energy flow beyond the self. As your awareness expands, you begin to sense the subtle dance between giving and receiving, the endless circulation of energy that sustains life. When you hoard energy, whether material, emotional, or spiritual, stagnation occurs. But when you give freely, energy multiplies. This is not metaphorical. Acts of kindness, gratitude, and generosity raise measurable vibrations in the heart field and release neurochemicals like oxytocin, which strengthen both emotional and physical resilience. Thus, generosity isn't moral, it's magnetic. It keeps you in the flow of universal energy. The unified field, consciousness as the fabric of reality. Emerging theories in quantum biology and cosmology now suggest that consciousness is not produced by the brain, but is fundamental to the universe itself. Your thoughts don't just exist within consciousness, they are consciousness interacting with itself. In this view, energy healing and manifestation are not anomalies, they are natural expressions of how the universe operates. Every cell, every thought, every photon participates in the same cosmic conversation. When we meditate, heal, or create from love, we're not influencing the field, we're becoming aware of our role within it. The illusion of separation fades. We recognize that the energy flowing through us is the same energy that births stars. Integration, returning to the source. By now, it becomes clear that the science behind energy healing is also the science of being. Healing, manifestation, and awakening are all movements of one consciousness remembering itself. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean, momentarily experiencing itself as a drop. Every heartbeat echoes the rhythm of the cosmos. Every thought sends ripples through the field of creation. Every act of kindness restores coherence to the collective human biofield. The final teaching of energy healing is simple yet infinite. You are energy. You are consciousness. You are creation itself. So breathe deeply now. Feel the current of life moving through you. That flow, silent, eternal, radiant, is the source of all healing, all wisdom, all love. And when you align with it, you don't just heal, you awaken. Take one last deep breath. And as you exhale, feel the quiet pulse of life moving through you. The same current that connects every heartbeat, every thought, every star in the sky. You've just journeyed through the science behind energy healing, a reminder that healing is not something distant or mystical, but something alive within you right now. Every moment of stillness, every breath filled with awareness, is an act of returning to wholeness. If this reflection has touched your heart, I invite you to stay connected with the Still Mind Studios, where we explore the wisdom of energy, consciousness, and the beauty of being alive. Remember, you are energy. You are awareness. You are the healing you've been and seeking. Thank you for listening, and until next time. Breathe gently and let your light move freely through the world.